Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to talk about the actual cost of $5,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 51-year-old female. Now, first thing you need to know is you can go to our website. Pretty much every page we have one of these quoters. You just click on the state that you live in. We're licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Click the coverage amount. Put your birthday in, click the Get Quotes Now, and it'll take you to a page. It'll show you all the best companies available in your state, and it'll get you the lowest rates. It's the same quoter that we use to help people. And you can call us at 888-862-9456 as well. You can talk with an actual licensed agent. So the first thing you need to ask yourself if you're a 51-year-old female is $5,000 going to be enough insurance for what your needs are? Now, if you're going to get cremated, then $5,000 should be just fine. You know, if you just get a basic cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, yeah, it's between $1,000 to $2,000. And that $5,000 would be enough. Now, if you're going to have some sort of a ceremony, like a get-together or a remembrance of life or a celebration of life type ceremony, then that'd probably be between $3,500 to $4,500. So $5,000 is still enough. But age 51, we're hoping you live to 61 and 71 and 81. So, you know, if you wanted that service, 5,000 is kind of cutting it close. We probably recommend you get maybe 7,500 or maybe up to 10,000 or so. But, you know, one thing to keep in mind is, you know, if your budget's limited, just get what you can afford right now, because you can always add more coverage later. So there's no downside to that at all. Now, if you're going to get buried, $5,000 is not going to do it by itself. You know, the average cost of a burial right now in the United States is right around $10,000. And even at that, $10,000 is not going to be anything fancy. So you really want to kind of plan out on this. Now, think about this, though. If you had a $5,000 policy existing and you just needed to get some more coverage, then, well, $5,000 might make sense. If you had $10,000 and you bought it a number of years ago and it was just plenty fine back then, but now, you know, prices have gone up, maybe getting an extra $5,000 wouldn't be a bad idea at all. So what we recommend is just not over purchase insurance. We don't want you to overspend or outspend yourself. Just, you know, we tell people, you know, don't try to get this insurance to get $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, because it can get a little bit expensive for most folks out there. And we would rather see you just spend that money on your family while you're alive, not just give this money to them after they're dead. They'll appreciate the memories more, and you'll appreciate the memories while you're just kind of continuing on your life too. So one thing we always tell people, it's really important to get first day coverage. And first day coverage means that if you got your policy approved today and you died tomorrow, it would pay out right away. And that's really important because even at age 51, there's no guarantee you're going to live another 20 seconds or another 20 years, right? So that's really important. There's a lot of plans out there that only sell 2-year waiting period plans, and we don't recommend those. Now, some people will say, hey, you know, the first day coverage plans actually have health questions, and I'm not in that great of health. And we understand that. We work with a whole bunch of different insurance companies, and we can shop around, and most of the companies are going to give you first day coverage unless it's something really serious, like you have a terminal illness and you're not going to live the next 12 months, or you've got dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital, or you're in a nursing home. But other than that, getting first day coverage is pretty straightforward for us. The other thing that will happen once in a while is we'll get a call from somebody and they say, hey, you know, I need to get some of this insurance. We had a family member die this last week, and, you know, they didn't have insurance. We don't have the money. Their body's down at the funeral home, and, you know, the funeral home's not going to do anything about it until they get a check. So I need to get this insurance right away for the person that died. And we have to tell them there is no insurance company out there in the United States that's going to offer an insurance policy on somebody who's already died. And it's really unfortunate that the person who died put their family in this financial and emotional situation, because it's absolutely terrible when this happens and people have to scramble around. So don't be that person. Don't do that to your family. This insurance is affordable, especially at age 51. Just go out and get some. Now, we did tell you to avoid the 2-year waiting period plans. And, you know, Colonial Penn's kind of one of the most well-known, I would probably imagine. simply because they advertise a lot. It seems like they're on the TV like every 7 minutes with their commercials. But a lot of people, especially, 51-year-old females would go, boy, for $9.95, I could probably get, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000. And then when they find out what the actual coverage amount is, they're a little bit surprised. So we actually pulled this up for you. Now, there's other companies out there too that offer 2-year waiting periods, like Mutual of Omaha has got their United of Omaha product, AIG, Gerber. There's other insurance companies out there too. And a lot of these companies have done a really good job of convincing folks that, the only thing they'll qualify for after age 50 is a 2-year waiting period policy. And nothing could be further from the truth, because we help people with first day coverage all day long. So let's look at this. 51-year-old female in one unit, $9.95, will pay out $1,942. So most people would say, boy, the commercial sounded like I would get a lot more than that. And, it's brilliant marketing, I guess. They get a lot of calls in, and they, I would imagine they try to upsell people and, do all that other stuff. But I know their marketing generates a fair number of complaints too. I've seen that online quite a bit because it is confusing, and, $9.95 really doesn't get you much. I mean, that would pay for a cremation where you come home in a cardboard box or an urn, probably. But you got to consider that's $1,942 right now. This is a 2-year waiting period policy. It's not going to pay out for 2 years if you die from a health or medical reason. So just keep that in mind. 2 years from now, that's not going to be worth what it is. So we just can't recommend it to you folks. So, but let's compare this pricing, because this is about $5,000 is what we're talking about. Let's see what that would be. I'm guessing 3 units is going to be a little over 5. Let's see, 2 units. That's the thing with for a 51-year-old female, you can't get exactly 5,000. You got to play around with your units, and you always end up with these goofy numbers. So it's like 3,884 for 2 units. We're kind of right smack in the middle, and 3 units is 5,826. Let's run that. Just around $29 for 5,800. I'm going to run a $5,000 over here on our first day coverage quote. That you'll have access to the same type of quote. 5,000 female, age 51, right here. We get quote, and remember, 5,800 is right around $30 there for Colonial Penn. And here we go. Trinity Life Insurance Company, great company. We work with them. Level coverage means first day coverage, and it's $13.04 for $5,000, or $13.07. I'm sorry. So when you look at this, 29, 13, it's Colonial Penn is, it's different numbers because it's not exactly 5,000, but Colonial Penn appears to be almost 200% more expensive than Trinity Life Insurance Company. And the thing is Trinity Life is first day coverage. It's like half the price. Colonial Penn's like 200% more. And you've got a 2-year waiting period. Why would you, as an educated shopper, do that? We don't recommend that. And keep in mind, you're gonna overpay the entire time that you've got the policy in force. So this is like 29. It's probably roughly around 50. It's even. Let's see. Let me see here. 29, and that's 25. It's probably about 10, 12, say $12 a month if it were equal to 5,000. That's $144 a year. If you live 10 years, you're going to overpay $1,440 approximately. So why would you overpay that kind of money when you don't have to and you can get first day coverage? Seems kind of silly. Let's now as I go down here, you'll be able to see all these other insurance companies too. And let's go to a company that advertises quite a bit here. Okay, Lincoln Heritage. So $19. So Lincoln Heritage, they're a fine company. First day coverage, they're just more expensive. And there's a reason. They've got a service where when you pass away, they'll call around 2-3 different places to try to get the best pricing, and maybe do a few other things too. But they charge more for that. So that's $19, basically $20 versus $13. So $7, 7 times 12 is $84. And if you live an extra 10 years, that's $840 more. just to call a few places and maybe do a couple other things. So we recommend people just go for the lower premium. We actually have a funeral and estate planning guide. We provide that free of charge. You can fill out everything in advance, who gets what goes where, where you want things taken care of. And you can just fill that out completely, keep it with your insurance policy. And that way, when you pass away, your family just goes to one place and they know all your final wishes, and they know that you were thinking about them and loving and caring about them when you wouldn't be around. And it's the ultimate gift that you can do that. And you can actually save money too. And we provide that free. So keep that in mind. It's a great way to save money. And there's other companies that you can just see 15, depending on the company. But again, we don't recommend overpaying at all. So you can go to our website at funeralfunds.com, fill out a quarter, call our toll-free number. We've got a special link for our YouTube listeners, funeralfunds.com/YouTube, and you'll get the best rates and everything and the best discounts there. And if you're just looking for a policy and it's a brand new policy, we can help you out there. If you have an existing policy and you want to price shop it or you want to add coverage to it, we can help you there too. If you just have some questions, just reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you out in any way we can. We look forward to talking to you until that day comes. You take care. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Bye-bye.